Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to buy Bitcoin and store it on a Ledger Nano X. So let's get going. Okay guys, so there's a couple of ways to do this. I'm going to show you some of the easiest and quickest ways to buy Bitcoin. And if that's all you want to do, great. And then I'm also going to show you how to store it on a Ledger Nano X, which is a state-of-the-art hardware wallet for storing your cryptocurrencies. So let's jump right in. All right, so I'm going to share my phone with you and my Ledger Nano X so you can see what's going on here. The first thing we'll do is turn on the Ledger Nano X. You just hold down this button here for a second or two. The first way I'm going to show you is phone-based and Bluetooth-based with the Ledger Nano X. I'm assuming you've already set your Ledger Nano X up. If you haven't, I've got a great video on the walkthrough beginning to end on how you set up your Ledger Nano X. So I'm going to go over to the Cash App. We'll launch Cash App. All right, and I'm going to tap that profile icon up in the top left corner and go over here to Cash. I'm going to load some cash up. When you set up the Cash App, you'll connect your debit card to it. So I'm just going to hit Add Cash. I'm going to add 25. We don't have to go crazy. All right, and once that's done, I'm just going to close that and go down here to Bitcoin. Then I'm going to hit Buy Bitcoin and choose $25. And I'll confirm that. And there we go. I just bought some Bitcoin. Now, if that's all you want to do and you're fine with keeping it on the Cash App, that's fine too. But you really should store your cryptocurrency in your own wallet where you control the private keys. So I'm going to show you how to put this on your Ledger Nano X. So I'm going to switch over to Ledger Live app. And I have an account here for the Ledger Nano X. I'm going to go over here to Accounts. I'm going to scroll down here, and there's my Ledger Nano X Bitcoin account. As you can see, it's 0 right now. I'll just tap that. All right, and I'm going to hit Receive. I'm going to receive some crypto. I'm going to receive it onto the Ledger Nano X. And it wants my PIN code. All right, and what we're going to want to do on the device is enter the Bitcoin app. As you can see on mine, the Bitcoin app is active because you see Bitcoin on the bottom there. But you can go to all the different cryptocurrencies that you may have on there by using the buttons. But we're just going to enter the Bitcoin app. All right, and so I'll hit both buttons to do that. And there, it's waiting for me now to send Bitcoin. Okay, and you'll notice there that the phone has now connected to the device, and it wants me to verify the address on the device. So I'm going to hit Continue. And it's showing me the address on the phone, and it's also showing me the address on the device. We just want to confirm that those two are the same. It's a fail-safe. It's a security fail-safe. Now to confirm on the device, I'm just going to hit this right button and go over here to Approve. Now I could continue and hit Reject, but I'm not. I'm going to go back here, hit both buttons to approve. All right, and that just lets me know that the address showing on my phone is the correct address for the Ledger Nano X. All right, now I'm just going to copy that address by tapping that copy address, and now I'm going to switch back over to my Cash App. All right, we'll go over here to the Bitcoin again, and we'll scroll down to where it says Withdraw Bitcoin. We're just going to tap that withdraw icon. I'm going to slide this guy over to the max, and I'm going to hit Withdraw. All right, now it wants me to scan the address, but I'm already on my phone. There's nothing to scan. So I'm just going to hit Enter manually, and I'm going to paste in that address that I had over in the Ledger Nano X app. All right, I'm going to paste that again, hit Next, and then confirm the withdrawal. I'll just hit Confirm, and then I'm going to enter my PIN. And now I've just sent that Bitcoin out. I withdrew the Bitcoin from my Cash App, and it's going to go over here to the Ledger Nano X. All right, I can just close this now, and I'll just wait a couple of minutes for that Bitcoin to come in. And there we go. The Bitcoin just came in, and it's now stored safely on my Ledger Nano X. So you can go back out to this part and just see in the list there, it's gone up a little higher because these are sorted by amounts. So there we go. All right, and then you can see it over in the interface. Now, realize too that you're not going to see any balances on the ledger screen, right? All of your balances are managed in the phone app for Ledger Nano X. All right, so that's technique number one. Okay, so that was using the Cash app on your phone to buy Bitcoin and transfer it into your Ledger Nano X. Now, I'd also like to point out that there is a Coinbase app for the phone, and we can do the exact same thing with Coinbase. So you might prefer Coinbase over the Cash app. So we'll just launch Coinbase, go over here to Accounts. This is the home page. Accounts is down there on the bottom. We'll go to Accounts, go to BTC, and hit Buy. And let's buy $25. It's going to be on my debit card there. Preview that buy. I'll hit Buy Now, and you'll notice I'm getting hit with a little bit higher charge than the Cash app. But some people prefer Coinbase. A little more user-friendly. All right, so the Bitcoin has been purchased on the Coinbase app. I'm not going to do that on a regular basis. And I want to send this Bitcoin to my Ledger Nano X. So let's go back over here. Right, and I can do the exact same thing. I'm just going to go over to Accounts. I'm going to choose the Ledger X Bitcoin account, and I'm going to do a Receive. All right, and you want to make sure that you've got your Ledger Nano X on. All right, we want to make sure that we're in the Bitcoin app on the Ledger Nano X. All right, the application is ready, and so I'm just going to tap Ledger X on my phone, and it's going to connect over to the Ledger Nano X. All right, I'm going to hit Continue here. All right, and that's the address of the Ledger Nano X. I can confirm that on the device. You just look at the device and eyeball it, make sure it's the same address that's showing on your screen. That's the fail-safe. All right, and I'm just going to hit the button there, and where it says Approve, I'm going to hit both buttons. All right, and that just confirms that the address is correct, right? There's no man-in-the-middle kind of stuff going on. So I'm going to tap Copy Address again, and just go back over here to the Coinbase app. And this time I'm going to hit that little paper airplane up in the corner, right top corner. Hit that little paper airplane icon, do a send, and I'm just going to choose Use Max, right? And then I'll hit Next, and then I'm going to paste in that address. That was the Ledger Nano X address. And then I'm going to hit Next, and then Confirm Send. And off it goes. All right, let's go back over to our app on Ledger Live. And I'm just going to close this. All right, and then you can see there that last transaction that I just received, that Bitcoin that I sent from my Coinbase app on my phone. I had a little trouble with my recording, and so there have been some other transactions in between, but just keep an eye on that top one. That's the one we just sent. I've showed you how to use the Cash app to buy a little Bitcoin and then transfer it into your Ledger Nano X. And then I've showed you how to use the Coinbase app to buy a little Bitcoin and transfer it into the Ledger Nano X. So now I'm going to show you one more technique for those of you who are a little more desktop centric and a little more cost conscious. All right, so we're going to log into our Coinbase account and buy the Bitcoin on their web-based interface. And I'm going to show you a technique for saving a little money. So the first thing we want to do is get the Ledger Nano X ready to receive the Bitcoin. So I'm going to launch Ledger Live. And this is the desktop version of Ledger Live. All right, now you can see that I already have some accounts in my Ledger Live desktop, from my Ledger Nano S's, my older ones. but I've got a Ledger Nano X now, and I want to add account support for that. So it's pretty simple. There's a cable that comes with it, and we're just going to connect it to our computer. So there's a USB-C cable here that has a USB connector on the other end of it. And so I'm going to just connect this to the Ledger Nano X. And once I do that, it wants me to re-enter the PIN. So I'm going to take care of that. All right, and then when I enter the PIN, I'm at the Ledger Nano home screen. All right, so I already have the Ledger Nano X set up on my phone-based Ledger Live app, but I need to add account support in the desktop version. So no big deal, right? I'm just going to hit the little plus here, and I'm going to choose Bitcoin. I'm just going to add a new Bitcoin account to my desktop-based Ledger Live. All right, so I'm going to hit continue. Now it wants me to enter the Bitcoin app on my device, right? So as you can see there, the Bitcoin app is active. I just need to hit both buttons to enter it. All right, and once I do that, Ledger is happy. Ledger Live is happy. All right, and it's going to scan this device for any Bitcoin accounts. And lo and behold, it found a little Bitcoin in there, right? I could add an empty one if I want to, but I'm just going to add this one, and I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it Ledger X Bitcoin. It's the same account name on my phone-based app. But it's not really that important. It's just mnemonic because it's scanning the exact same Bitcoin address. All right, and there we go. There's my Ledger Nano X Bitcoin, and there's the account. Now all we need to do is send a little more Bitcoin into this account from the Coinbase desktop version. Right? So we'll go back over here to Coinbase, and I'm going to hit buy sell, and I'm going to choose Bitcoin, and I'm going to choose my debit card option. It's much faster. So I'll just hit 25. I'll hit buy instantly, and then I'm going to confirm that. All right, so there, I just bought a little Bitcoin on Coinbase, and I'm going to send it over to my Ledger Nano X using the desktop method. Now, I don't want to catch this mining fee when I transfer it. Let me explain how that works. All right, so we're going to go over here to accounts. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to do this a little different this time. Now, if I were to just hit send right out of Bitcoin, and it wants an address, so I'll go back over here to my Ledger X Bitcoin account. I'm going to do receive and hit continue. The ledger is still attached and active. And I'm going to hit continue here. So I can just check the device, make sure that that address is correct. And when I verify, I'm just gonna hit this button here and hit approve. All right. So now we're sure about this Bitcoin address. I'm gonna hit copy. Now you'll notice that it generates different receiving addresses. There can be multiple receiving addresses for the same account. This improves privacy and security. That's one of the techniques that Ledger Nano X uses. All right. Now, if I want to just send that over from Coinbase, I can do that. I'll do send max and hit continue. Notice here this $1.82. I don't really want to get hit with that. That is the Bitcoin miner fee for sending Bitcoin across the blockchain. Now, I can avoid that by using another account called Coinbase Pro. I'll explain that. So Coinbase Pro is associated with Coinbase. You can sign up for an account for free. If you already have a Coinbase account, then you just use your credentials to log into Coinbase Pro. Now, I'm just going to deposit that Bitcoin from Coinbase into my Coinbase Pro account. All right, so I'm just going to hit deposit. I'm going to choose Bitcoin, and then I can go over here to Coinbase Wallet, and you can see there that that's the Bitcoin on Coinbase proper, right? Retail Coinbase, newbie Coinbase, right? So I just want to put that in my Coinbase Pro account. So I can just hit max here and then hit deposit. All right, and there it is. So I just basically moved the Bitcoin from Coinbase to Coinbase Pro, and it didn't cost me a cent to do that, right? That's a free transfer. All right, now I'm just going to hit refresh to make sure it's in there. And now we're going to transfer from Coinbase Pro onto my Ledger Nano X. I'm going to choose withdrawal. I'm going to choose Bitcoin. All right, the destination address is our Ledger Nano X. Do you remember we copied that address into our clipboard a minute ago? I'm just going to hit max again, send all that Bitcoin in my Coinbase Pro account. And now I'm not going to incur any network fees, right? They absorb the Bitcoin mining fees across the blockchain network. That's one of the benefits of using Coinbase Pro. And I'll hit withdraw. And I'll have to enter my two-factor authentication. All right, now the transaction is on its way. So let's go over to our Ledger Live software and just keep an eye on that for that new transaction to come in. And there it is. Okay, so we can scroll down a little bit here and we can see that the amount from Bitcoin did not lose any mining fees, right? We saved that $1.82, which will be a lot more if you're using larger amounts, right? So Coinbase Pro is the way to go when you're dealing with the desktop, right? All right, and then also see here that this account is the same as the one we were using on our phone, right? It's the exact same Bitcoin address. So all of those transactions that we did on our phone are showing up here in the desktop, right? All we had to do was scan the device and add this account to our Ledger Live desktop. So I've showed you 3 different ways, depending on where you are, what your preferences are, and what accounts you have set up for buying Bitcoin and storing it safely in a hardware wallet where you control the private keys. So if you have any questions about anything I did, throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. I'd like to remind everyone that I have a live stream every Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please join me for the live Q&A in LA. Throw out any questions that you may have and I'll do my best to get them answered on the fly. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.